Hello and welcome to this All Levels Morning Flow. My name is Sarah and this practice will allow you to slowly wake up the body and mind and give you the boost you need to set the tone for your day ahead. So we're going to be starting today sitting in a comfortable cross-legged seat. Sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to begin by stretching our arms up and overhead, allowing the knees to be heavy as we lengthen through the spine and wake up the body. Lifting your shoulder blades nice and high, maybe looking up to the hands, opening up through the front body, stretching and reaching. Inhale, greet the day. Exhale, float the arms down. Fingertips come down onto the mat as you stretch your arms away from the body. Begin to drop right ear to right shoulder. You can close the eyes or bring a soft gaze, or maybe because it's the morning, you want to keep the eyes nice and open. So we're stretching and opening deeply into the left shoulder, opening through the left side of the neck, keeping your breath nice and soft, nice and deep. And maybe you want to tilt the chin down to look towards the legs. Just to work a little bit deeper into the back of the neck. Just noticing what feels right for you this morning. Soft, steady breath. And inhale, bring the head back up to center. And drop left ear towards the left shoulder. Maybe you want to reach the fingertips out a little bit further away. And just notice how this side of the neck feels. Notice if it feels a little bit more tense or stiff. One side of the body might feel a little bit differently. Maybe because of how you sleep. Or just how you hold yourself or where you hold your tension. Maybe tilt the head down, accessing into the back of the neck. Breathing through any knots, any tight areas. And bring the head back to center, lovely. We're going to reach the arms back up and overhead once again, stretching through the side body. Stretching through the arms. Begin to draw the arms down in line with the shoulders so your palms are facing the sky. Slightly bend the elbows as if you're holding onto two plates with either hand. Open through the chest, so draw your arms back behind you as you puff your chest forward and look up towards the sky. You're creating a small arch with the lower back, the lower spine. As you really open through the shoulders, you open through the front body. Flip the palms down so they face the ground. Begin to come back up to neutral and draw the arms back behind you. So your palms are facing the ground, your hands are coming back as if you're flying forward. Drop the gaze down towards the mat. So we're working all areas of the shoulders, deep into the arms. Accessing all the different parts of the body to wake up. And we'll flow through that again. Inhale, flip the palms up, soft bend in the elbows, open through the chest, peel the arms back, puff your heart space forward, look up. Exhale, flip the palms, draw the arms back behind you, and drop the gaze. Last round, flip the palms, look up, you got it. Exhale, palms come down, draw the arms back, peel your shoulder blades towards each other, open through the chest. And coming back through center, flip the palms, reach the hands back up and overhead. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And begin to draw the right arm up and overhead. And bring our gaze to look towards the right side of the room. So we're not collapsing down, but we're keeping a nice lift, a nice opening through the front body. Stretching through that right arm, opening deep down into the hip. Breathing into the right lung. And exhale. Switching hands, take hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Reach through the left fingertips and look towards the left side of the room. Reaching a little bit more. Keeping the knees nice and heavy. And back to center. We'll swap hands once again. Take hold of the right wrist, reach and lift. And slightly bend, look towards the right. Nice steady breaths. Inhale full. Exhale full. Swap, last round. Take hold of the left wrist, right hand. Look to the left. Open through the chest. And back to center, release the arms. You might want to shrug through the shoulders, shake it off. And we'll make our way to tabletop, over to hands and knees. We'll flow through a few cat-cows, but we're going to keep our toes tucked under. Just to wake up all different parts of the body. So bring your wrists in line under your shoulders. We're going to drop our belly towards the mat. Roll the shoulder blades back, look forward. Nice stretch through the front body, through the chest. Exhale, begin to tuck the tailbone under, peeling your body into cat. Drop the gaze. Stretching through the back body. Peeling your shoulder blades away from each other. Lower belly hugging in. Inhale, flow back through to cow, lift the tailbone, lift the heart and gaze, open forward. And exhale, tucking under, drop the gaze, tailbone peels under as you look towards the knees and really pressing into the mat, opening up through the back body, creating lots of space, the lower belly hugs in. Once again, inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, drop the gaze, looking towards the knees. And from here, we're going to begin to send the hips back towards the heels, as if we're coming into child's pose. We're going to keep the toes tucked under. Walk the hands nice and long on the mat. And begin to melt the forehead, maybe to rest down onto the mat, if you can reach. Either staying with the palms pressed on the mat, or coming high up onto the fingertips. So you're stretching through the arms, reaching your tailbone back towards the heels, and draw the shoulder blades away from you. So imagine that you're trying to peel your armpits under. Lift through the fingers, feeling that nice space, the nice opening down through the spine. Send the breath down towards your tailbone. Maybe walk the fingertips further away from you, creating more space, growing with each breath. And inhale, coming back up through to tabletop. We're going to plant our left hand down in line under the shoulder and sweep the right hand up towards the sky. As we tread the needle, draw the right hand under the left arm. Make sure you have enough room for your body. Shift if you need to. You can extend the left arm long away from you, or bringing it into a bind. Tuck the left hand and take hold of the right leg. Now we're going to challenge our balance a little bit this morning. So draw your left foot away from you. Flip the right hand so the palm is down onto the ground. Now this might be enough for you this morning. You can be a little bit unsteady, especially first thing in the morning. But if you feel like a bit of a challenge, what we're going to do is we're going to lift our left leg off the mat. So we'll do that first and then we lift the right foot. So begin by lifting the left leg. Don't worry if you're shaking, I am too. It's completely normal. Try and draw the left hip down. And if you have it from here, begin to lift the right foot. Trying to keep the hips as level as you can. That'll help with your balance. And release, good job, release the left leg. Bring the right hand back beside the face, pressing in, reach and lift through the right hand and drawing back down onto the mat. Brilliant, we'll come back to center and we'll do that now onto the left side. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and overhead. Exhale, draw the left arm under the right. Keeping your knees in line under your hips, resting down onto the top of the left side of the head. You can bring the right hand long away from you or bring it into a bind, taking hold of the left leg. Coming into our balance pose. Extend the right leg long, coming up onto the toes. Flip the left palm so it's pressing down onto the ground. It'll just give you a bit more stability. Begin to maybe lift the right leg away from the mat, pointing through the toes, keeping a good, strong right leg. Point through the toes, begin to lift the left knee off the mat, try find your balance. Inhale and exhale, holding for another couple of breaths. And lovely, good job. Release the legs and bring your arm back. Press yourself back to tabletop. Inhale, stretch through the left arm and bring it back down. Bring the knees together, toes together, hips towards the heels. And rest down into child's pose. We're going to rest our arms along the body. So allow the arms to draw down. Fingertips point towards the toes. Forehead is melting on the mat. We're allowing our shoulder blades to hang heavy. We've worked pretty deeply into our upper body. So I'm going to take a moment just to let it soften. You can really surrender here into your mat. Find your breath. And when you're ready, making your way back up to your tabletop, nice and slowly walk the hands out in front of you. We're going to make our way into downward facing dog from here. Walk the hands forward, wrists grounding down onto the mat, spreading all 5 fingertips nice and wide. Tuck the toes under, pressing into the fingers. Lift the knees away from the mat, coming up to our first downward facing dog. Now the backs of the legs might be quite tight if this is your first down dog of the day, so keep the knees deeply bent if they are. And begin to pedal out the legs, drop the weight into one heel at a time. Stretch out the hamstrings, rolling the shoulder blades away from each other. Finding nice movement through the legs. And not forgetting about the upper body, lengthen through the spine. Allowing the neck to be nice and soft, making sure you're holding no tension there. Great, and when you're ready, we'll walk up towards the top of the mat, nice and slowly.
into our deepest forward fold. So we want to keep our feet together, heels and toes touch, and our belly is resting down onto our knees. Our legs are deeply bent, as if we're sitting into an imaginary chair. From here, we're going to make our way into Utkatasana, into chair pose. So imagine there's a chair just below where your hips are. You're about to sit down onto a chair. As you inhale, you sweep your arms up and overhead, reaching the arms, fingers out in front of you, arms in line with the ears, open through the chest, tuck the tailbone under. Keeping a deep bend in the knees. So the full body switched on, full body engagement. Squeeze the legs in towards each other. See if you can lift a little bit higher. Reach through the fingers. Exhale, fold forward. Good job. We'll do that once again. You can just shake the legs just to warm them up. Release any tension. Bending into opposite knee, straighten the opposite leg. And we'll do that once again, once you're ready. Bend the knees really deep. Allow the chest to rest deep onto the legs. Hips go back, send the weight into the heels. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Tuck the tailbone under. Soften the shoulders as you soften the muscles of your face. And lovely, exhale, fold it forward. Bring your hands down onto the mat. You can just straighten the opposite leg, bending into the opposite knee. Neck is nice and long. Maybe you can come into a skiing motion with the legs, shaking the knees left to right, accessing the outer hips. And we'll heel to our feet, nice and wide on the mat, so the toes peel off, heels are pointing in. We're going to begin to come down into a yogi squat. Keep the fingers on the mat, send the hips down towards the mat. Nice long spine. So you can bring your hands into prayer. Once you get here, draw your elbows into the knees. You can use the elbows to guide the legs a little bit more open. Nice open chest. Drop the hips nice and low. Bring some movement into our yogi squat. Shaking side to side. And nice just to wake up the hips. And coming into stillness. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, inhale. And exhale. I'm going to release the hands down onto the mat. Drop your hips nice and heavy. Hug your knees into you. Embrace the legs. Take hold of opposite elbow. Drop the head. Drop the chin. Inhale, lift and lengthen the chest. Look towards the sky. Long spine. As if you're trying to create more space for each vertebrae. Shoulders are down away from the ears. And soften. You can make more space on your mat. You have lots of space out in front of you. We're going to extend our right leg long on the mat. Hug your left knee in towards the body. Sit up nice and tall. Grounding down through the right leg. So you want to flex the foot so your toes are peeling back towards you. So your calf isn't peeling away too much. You're grounding down through that leg, keeping the awareness there. We're going to come into a deep bind from here. So sitting nice and tall, we're going to take our left arm and wrap it around the left leg. And we're going to bring our right hand back behind you, and maybe you can interlace the fingers. Now, if this is a little bit too tight, you can just rest the hands to wherever they come, or extend the arms nice and long. So wherever you are, whatever type of bind you're in, lift and lengthen,
and begin to look towards the right, looking over the right shoulder, twisting from the belly, keeping a nice lift through the chest. On an inhale, see if you can sit up a little bit taller, and on the exhale, see if you can go deeper, twisting deeper. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist. Stay with your breath, making sure that you're not collapsing, keeping that awareness, the connection with your body and breath. Last breath, see if you can go even deeper on the exhale. Lovely, release the hands and nice and slowly come back to center, and we'll swap over to the next side. Extend the left leg long, hug the right foot in towards the body, flex through the left leg, peel the toes back, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe take the bind if you can. Extend the right arm long, hugging it around the right knee. Extend the left arm away from you and see if you can take hold of the fingers, or to wherever you can. Sit up nice and tall and twist to look over the left. Find more length with the inhale, keeping the left foot nice and grounded, keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears, so we're not hunching up and creating tension. Keeping a soft face, not scrunching through the muscles. Can you twist even deeper? Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist even more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And gently release the arms. Slowly and gently come back around, hugging the legs, both feet in towards you, and embracing the legs, gently releasing any tension from the hips. Take a breath here. Allow everything to soften, letting go of any effort, and we'll make our way back to where we started our class. Rest your hands down onto the knees. Again, you can keep your eyes open or closed or soft gaze, just so you don't want to go into full Shavasana first thing in the morning. So wherever you are, wherever you choose to be, we're just going to take a moment to find our breath together. Inhale down to the lower part of the belly. Fill up your lungs full of air. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, notice how the body feels. Exhale, let go. Once again, inhale. And exhale. If you have more time and you want to stay here in your Shavasana, you can stay here as long as you wish. And this is where I'll leave you today. Thank you very much for joining me for this morning's class. I hope you feel a little bit more awake and revitalized for your day ahead. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you again very soon. Namaste.